But my story is pretty interesting. Like I think my background, like playing sports my whole life, basketball took me to college. I noticed I had different opportunities than my family members, and I
Hmm.
always wanted to do something. Because even when I went away to school, I had like survivor's remorse. You know what I mean? Like I felt I was leaving
People
individuals
behind.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always promised like when the time is right, I'm gonna do something that's so impactful to my community. I didn't know what it was, whether it's basketball camps or uh, toy drives, food drives, whatever the case it is, like that. But I wanted to do something. So with the prostate, how that comes in because it's so new to our side of the community. You know, it's
Yes.
been out like in the older generations, but in terms of us like learning about it, it's always a question mark. We hear so many guys that have been diagnosed and exposed and all the things. So I said, let me tap into this because at one point in time, there was 11 guys that I knew that had prostate cancer, and it was like my friends' fathers, uncles,
Uh-huh.
immediate family members. So I was like, maybe I should do something about this. I didn't know how to start though. It was the conversations, and I just said, let me just hear what they got to say. And it was in the back of my uncle's restaurant. They played cards all day. We in Woodlawn, so Ace's Soul Food. That was a spot where all the guys would come to.
What restaurant was that?
Ace's Soul Food on 63rd and Vernon.
6030 Vernon?
Yep.
Okay.
So I just noticed that the basic conversation where it wasn't from like the card games, it'd be about health. I mean, I don't have insurance. My back been hurting. Man, it was some urine that came out. So these are the things that like I was hearing. I was like, hold on, that's prostate cancer or that's prostate health issues.
Uh-huh.
And so that made the spark just like take it to a whole different level. It's like, what do I have to do? Consider I do have some relationships. I have some people that I went to school with that in the medical field. But like, how can I bridge that gap? And I was able to do that. So I said, let's incorporate something where everyone can gravitate to
Uh-huh.
basketball. So we
Sure.
created a easy thing, but the word will get out about prostate cancer awareness. So I was in my 20s when I started the foundation,
Uh-huh.
and I got a lot of pushback, a lot of resistance from different generations. Like, why? Why are you doing this? You're not a doctor. I'm like, I don't have to be a doctor to save lives. You know what I mean? Like it was,
Not at
and
all.
we're still going through that in these different fields. So along the way, I wanted to create something like All Star Weekend is one of my favorite events.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I went to them so many years. A child, my grandfather would take us there, so I wanted to create something that would like get the attention throughout the whole weekend. So we created a basketball night. Got some guys in there. We noticed that everyone can't make the health seminar. So we created a prostate health seminar where we provide screenings there. You just draw your blood. So now it's like no excuses why you can't be there. And our third day is a 5K walk run. So we're on year 10. I remember people telling us it wouldn't even work for the first year. We
Wow.
10 years in. No major support uh, in terms of like media. Like I love black media, like
Mm-hmm.
Remorse. Brother out of Hyde Park was our first actual interview. We've never been on the news speaking about this
Hmm.
at all, which I don't have a problem with, but it's just like I notice a difference when it comes to black men's health. They don't want that out there. But
Right.
if it's in terms of like homicides and drugs and all things that just make us look bad and give us this image, they're gonna push it out there.
Of
So I
course.
said, let me do my job in terms of like getting the right partners with the right intentions behind helping us out on a day-to-day basis. So I noticed that a lot of guys in the neighborhood that were left behind that may have had a pass in the streets or they didn't have insurance or, the luck ran out or whatever the case it is. Like, how can I get those guys screened for free or just the information they need to prevent the cancer from maybe spreading or happening or whatever it is like that. But providing that safe space, because a lot of guys they speak about they don't trust the doctors or the medical field, which there's a pass in that.
I definitely don't.
For so many years that has let us down. So that was the gateway. But since then, moving forward, we've have a partnership with Northwestern University, which has been extremely helpful. For we have them coming to the neighborhood, doing the screenings, and we've also teamed with University of Chicago as well.